My people, he don't finally cast not be small matter. This one na international disgrace not be public disgrace by people. All APC supporters make una come watch this video. I be say I no go post this video, but because of una and that particular person wey dey come my video dey comment wetin I no know say support Tinubu, support Tinubu. Come here, make you come watch this video now. Make you look wetin una Ipago do for France. Make una see the public disgrace wey una Ipago do for France. After una go say Tinubu dey work. Person wey enter power under 3 ways. Now just the power now. Una don dey sing different praises follow am. Make una call am, make una come watch this video. Make una watch this video. Tinubu supporters, APC supporters. This video na for una. Abeg, obedient family, make una share this video. Make una hit the like button. Make this video go viral. Because I know say APC supporters no go like share this video. Make una share this video. Obedient family in the house. Make una share this video.
This is Kakaki Social. I'm Brenda Obozege. Thank you so much for joining us today. A first-day report by People's Gazette claims that although Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in Paris for the ongoing summit on world leaders, he was represented by the Nigeria's ambassador to France on the stage. It says Tinubu was asked, or he asked the ambassador to represent him instead, even though his office had announced earlier that he was in France to attend the summit and participate in a debate about Africa's economic prospect. Mr. President was scheduled to join all the participants on stage at 6 p.m. local time, which is 7 p.m. in Nigeria, with his aides saying that he was fully prepared for the event as his first since the assumption of office on May 29. Meanwhile, the special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, Dele Alake, told newsmen that in France, Western presidents are jostling to meet Nigeria's president because of the steps he has taken so far 3 weeks in office. Let's see, Mr. Jonah responding to Tinubu and finding someone else to be for instead. On the stage, he says it all happened when he assigned questions to people that went to Chatham House with him. I knew this would happen at a bigger stage. Imagine what leaders discussing on issues and Agbado sent a representative. Isn't that enough disgrace to the country of over 200 million people? Well, Loka says, let's not see another Buhari in the making. Tinubu should tell his doctors to buckle up and get him well soon. Nigeria doesn't need another truancy in leadership again. He asked for the job. Enough is enough. Well, for this user, he says, I'm proud of him. At least he's smart enough not to disgrace us internationally. Responding to this user is Zidi, who says it's actually a lose-lose win. And he says, in fact, that he avoided it is still a disgrace. If he didn't day, he didn't day. JP says Tinubu is simply a team player. Away from that, Hitler Umwala, a digital forensic expert who was at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal as the 26th witness of Atiku Abubakar Thursday, told the court that INEC has deliberately deleted all the election results in the BVAS machines used in Abuja. He said the electoral umpire did that with the 110 devices under the guise of preparing for the March 18 governorship election, which Abuja wasn't a part of. Meanwhile, the commission, in a press statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, shared on their verified Twitter account, has announced a post-mortem by the commission to review the 2023 general election in line with its practice, and they are hoping to move forward and do better with the outcome of their meeting. But Dr. Charles Odogu, quoting INEC, says, is Festus Okoye still signing documents? After all, he promised Nigerians and did the opposite. Who will ever believe you again? Well, another user says, criminal organization just wasting our national resources. How could you shamelessly rig the 2023 presidential elections for the APC and Tinubu? Nobody said Atiku or Obi must win, but at least let the election be credible for all to see. Another user tweeting at Kweku the Hustler, he says, if INEC deliberately deleted results of the presidential election in Abuja from the beavers, it simply means that the Labour Party scored way more votes than were allocated and APC scored way less. For another user, it says there's absolutely nothing to review here other than for Mahmood, Festus Okoye and the likes to throw in the towel and bow out because they all scored 0 by my own understanding and rating. Well, also tweeting at the story behind it says, no need, once it's general election, just go and select your candidate as usual. What you did on 25th will always be on record, very biased, filled with all your promises. Let's move away from that now to say that our 2023 Global Livability Report by Economist Intelligence Unit has ranked Lagos the 4th worst city in the world to live in. Of the 173 cities being sampled, Eko is coming at 171, just before Algiers, the capital of Algeria, Tripoli, Libya's capital, and Damascus, the city of Syria. Now, Lagos was the 2nd worst in 2022, so let's say this means a noticeable development in the state. Well, good for Vienna, Austria. They retained their position as the best city to live in the world for the 8th time. Now, stability, healthcare, education, infrastructure, culture, and environment were the factors considered for the ranking. How did we meet this on the social media? But briefly, here's what they said, that even at the bottom of our ranking, that's the EIU, it said cities such as Lagos, Nigeria, and Algiers, Algeria, have gained ground with some improvement in their healthcare and education systems. Both are in countries that are energy exporters and have to some extent benefited from higher global oil and gas prices. And it says, although corruption continues to be an issue, some additional public funding has been made available for infrastructure and public services, which have also benefited from the decline in COVID-19 cases. On Instagram is Tenny Akims, who says, air pollution, land pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, everyone has dated everybody in Lagos, traffic that lasts for eternity, crime rate unmatched, but at least Lagos is only 4th worst and not the worst. Yeah, kind of some hope there. Well, Cherish is saying that, geez, they're not lie at all. Lagos, Betty, I don't even know if not the people have been at the states safe, especially that mainland, everywhere go just the smell. Well, if you can survive in Lagos, you can survive anywhere else. For another respondent, it says, this is Lizzie responding to this, and it says, some people just say this comment section, the yarn dust. Lagos this, Lagos that. Lagos is even good for being at the 4th position, one of the richest countries in the world. Their city is number 1, Kuwait City, one of the biggest countries in Europe, and the biggest city in Europe is number 2, Rome. So why are you all trying to bully Lagosians? The more populated and expensive city is, the more worse it becomes to live. That's how they rank it. Note this, no peace. Well, they're definitely in their board, but official Bobby Frederick says, because the city is home to more than it can accommodate, they are now filling sand in the ocean just to make more land for housing, allow other regions to be hubs of businesses, open seaports and develop it. This will definitely decongest Lagos drastically. But for Yomi Spare, he says even the people that compiled this list will still come to Lagos for December. I mean, that is, even me that is announcing this, I am planning to come to Lagos, but I don't know, you need to let me know that I have to come, right? So our final story for the day.